What's going on, everybody? This your boy KCVL, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. We're going to talk about Smackdown. We're going to talk about Rampage. We're going to talk about ticket sales for both AEW AllIN and WrestleMania 40. We're going to discuss everything we need to talk about. But before we do so, we got to discuss it. Everybody in the mama had an opportunity to talk about the foolishness that hit the fan this morning. Well, my bad, yesterday morning, because it's Saturday morning right now. How many times I tell y'all what AEW needs to learn how to do is produce drama on TV more so than having drama happen backstage or outside of the rest of the ring. Unfortunate situation that took place. Now, this situation actually happened on July 27th. AEW superstar Cash Wilder was arrested Friday morning because of a situation where he got into a road rage situation. And apparently there was somebody that he got in contact with. I don't know what the whole situation is. But he flashed his gun. And you know damn well you can't do no stuff like that. You know you can't. Now, here's the deal. A lot of people was wondering, does this mean that the matchup at AllIN is canceled? No, it's not. It's not canceled at all. Still going to do the matchup. Everything is going to be taken care of, all this stuff. And obviously there's video footage of him looking real silly. Like I said, here's my deal about the whole situation. This foolishness happened on July 27th. How come it took them this long? And why in the world did this foolishness hit the fan a week before AllIN? You understand you get my drift? It hit the fan a week before AllIN. This foolishness should have already been put out. We should have knew about this at right at the beginning of August. But these circus clowns waited to right now. They waited to right now for everybody in the moment to be knowing about all this goofy stuff. Because actually, this is more goofiness. I told you, at the end of the day, AEW don't need to be having no goofiness happen backstage and outside the ring. All the goofiness needs to happen inside the ring. Now, circus clowns who absolutely enjoy this or absolutely are happy because this is another black eye to the company. Now, regardless of whatever happens with Cash Wheeler or whatever, it's still a black eye. It's a black eye on the company, regardless of what. Now, obviously, the matchup is still taking place, and if y'all don't know, Young Bucks is definitely going over now. It's not even a question. They definitely going over now. So, Young Bucks are about to win those tag team titles back. But like I said, it is what it is. We don't know the whole situation. We don't know what the heck happened. Like I said, but, it is what it is on that. I didn't talk about this young lady right here. Lacey Evans has been dropped from the E, and I'm going to be 100% with you. I tried to give this girl a chance. I tried to give her a chance, but the problem is she got pulled up from NXT way too quick. She tried to get this Southern Belle heel white supremacist woman gimmick over, and it didn't work. It did not work at all. She tried it. They changed it so many times. They changed the gimmick, and it just wasn't a gimmick. She really wasn't that good in the ring either. I mean, she was mid at best. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that she got pushed out there real fast. And again, why? She has the look that H and Vince McMahon love. This is the look they love. They push this to the moon. When you look like this, they push you to the moon. Look no further than Charlotte Flair. This is what they love over in the E. If you don't look like this, you basically there for nothing. You just there to be there. I don't want to hear fools say, well, what, Bianca? No, Bianca's a joke at this point. But this girl right here, she got called up too fast. She needed more work. She needed to be seasoned in NXT, but she wasn't seasoned at all. She was like there for a minute. Next thing you know, she was on the main roster. Well, she has been released, and apparently she got her own business or whatever. So you know what, to be honest with you, hey, I wish her the best. Now, for fools to sit up and say we need her to come to AEW, no, we don't. No, we don't. First of all, the AEW Women's Division is already in all kind of turmoil right now. We don't need no more. Look, they already trying to get themselves out of being in mid purgatory right now. No, she would just make it even more mid. We don't need her in no AEW. Don't listen to them simps that sit up here and say we need her. No. Now, here's the deal. Did she eventually probably go to Impact? More than likely she will, because that seems to be the place that everybody goes nowadays. Can she revamp herself? Listen, get better in the ring and come up with a better gimmick. If you can get better in the ring, if you can revamp yourself, if you can, get a character that's actually gonna work, something that's just not goofy. I mean, we'll see. But outside of that, that's that. I ain't really got nothing else to say. Now let's talk about it. I'm gonna talk about this right quick. Hold on. WrestleMania 40 has basically almost sold out. Ain't really sold yet, but it's all sold out pretty much. 45,000 night one, 45,000 night two, which comes together as 90,000 tickets all together. That's fantastic. So I know fools gonna sit up and say, "Oh, you gonna go?" No. So I'm not like these idiots in the IWC that's hating because let me tell y'all something. I told you the IWC has created so much tribalism. It doesn't make sense. I'm not part of the tribalism squad. Most people think I'm a part of it because I favor AEW over WWE. No. Because of what I'm about to say about AEW tonight, you're going to think I'm one of the biggest AEW haters out there. But this right here is fantastic. I'm proud of them getting them tickets. I mean, I was actually thinking about going myself. But like I said, you got to have your money up front. That's the name of the game. You got to have the money up front. To, like I said, just to say that you was actually at one of these events. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't nothing like it. But this is fantastic. Salute to the E and everybody who's ever going. You better enjoy yourself because I think 40 might. Listen, 39 was great. It wouldn't shock me if 40 could be even better. But we'll see. We're 7 months away. So, AllIN, as of right now, is the biggest audience for any wrestling promotion, period, altogether, as of right now. This is the number that they have sold, which is right here, which is fantastic. And we still, we're a week away? So we'll see what happens actually when we actually get there. But you know what? Listen, this is fantastic news for both companies. I'm happy for both. I'm happy for the E and I'm happy for AEW. Even with all the drama that this company has going for them right now, because they got a lot of drama that absolutely shouldn't be. The drama should be going on in the ring. But that's unfortunate because the clown that runs the product does not know how to tell drama in the show. He doesn't know how to put the drama in the show. He's so busy focusing on the drama that's going on backstage and outside of his company that he just focuses on, hey, let me give you 15 billion wrestling matches that goes absolutely nowhere. That's Tony Khan for you. Now, let's get ready to talk about it. We're going to talk about Smackdown. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be 100% with you. Smackdown, this was Smackdown right here. Smackdown was about celebrating the 25-year career of this man right here. Adam Copeland, better known to the world as Edge. Listen, this man, back in the day, he made you dislike him for real. I couldn't stand this fool. I wanted to see him get his behind kicked every day, but he was doing his job. This man was doing his job, and then he had to retire. Then he came back and gave us 3 more solid years in the E. Let me tell you something, man. Salute to this brother right here. Salute to Edge. Edge, you are a real one. Him and Sheamus gave us a fantastic match. The crowd out there in Toronto for the main event was great, and they were great for LA Night segment. Ladies and gentlemen, outside of the main event, I really wasn't feeling nothing on this show. I'm being 100% with you. I don't know what it is, man, but it seemed like this week, I don't know. It's like, man, it's like just mid. Raw, mid. NXT, whatever. Dynamite, mid. I didn't do an Impact review. Impact, it was better than last week, but still, it was still mid. And then we come here. We come here for this. Just a mid off show, like nothing. I watched it. I watched everything that happened, and I just said, it is what it is. So let's break down this show. We open up, and right off the jump, now I asked for a doggone talking segment. What did Triple H and Vince give me? They give me this trash Grayson Waller effect. This is the Miz 3.0, ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing more than the Miz 3.0. I could care less about Grayson Waller. He introduces Ray and he introduces Santos Escobar, and they talk about him winning the United States Championship 3rd time. But Grayson Waller pretty much was getting a little jealous, and he sounded like he wanted a shot at that man. And so then, the next thing you know, LA Knight come out there, fans go crazy, and Austin Theory was out there too. And I'm ladies and gentlemen, I'm being 100% with you. As great as LA Knight is, he couldn't save this segment at all. I really didn't give a rat's behind about this segment at all. I truly didn't. I watched this and I was just like, man, what am I watching? Like, am I supposed to be excited about this? This is not getting me excited at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know, but the bloodline is out the door as of right now. These clowns that you've seen in this segment are going to be the ones that have to carry SmackDown for the next 2 months. I don't know if they can do it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Even as great as LA Knight is, I don't know, man. So we pretty much got a matchup. It was Austin Theory versus LA Knight, and whoever wins gets Rey Mysterio at Payback. That's basically what it was, right? So now, this is how I would have did this segment. Since you knew Miz garbage behind Adam Pearce was out there to set the matchup up. You knew Miz garbage behind was going to pull up. Now, here's the deal. Again, the draft was a waste of time. Everybody that's from the other show is popping up on this show. It makes no sense. But again, this is the E. You know the E don't know how to make sense. They pick and choose when they want to make sense, but they just don't know how to make sense. So these two going out here trying to do a matchup, and then out of nowhere, the Miz come walking out there, and I said, now here's the deal. This is what I would have done. I wouldn't have had the Miz even show up until the very end, till this close to the matchup being done. Because I get it. You want LA Knight versus the Miz at Payback. Cool. I don't have a problem with that matchup. This fool was sitting out there on commentary with Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Kevin Patrick. And I'm saying, what is this circus clown sitting out like as if we don't know what he's finna do? He came out there just talking absolutely nothing. Just talking about nothing. I'm like, man, they just doing stuff backwards. I'm like, so then as he was talking, he got up. Then he acted like he was finna go do something, tried to get involved. LA Knight got him, but then here's the deal. It was the distraction. Austin Theory took advantage of it, and LA Knight lost. And obviously, like I said, that's going to be a matchup. LA Knight versus the Miz at Payback. Cool. You know, I wouldn't have actually had the Miz sitting out there on commentary. I would have had him come out of nowhere, and then I would have had him do everything he did right then. I wouldn't have had him come out there, sit on commentary, sit up and say absolutely nothing. When we just heard his protege, Grayson Waller III, I should call him Miz Waller III, because that's what he is. He's just the third version of the Miz. Out there talking with the Grayson Waller effect, and then the trash with the fool sitting up there talking all this foolishness with stuff just going across the screen as if we give a care about that stuff. We don't. We absolutely don't, you know, but it is what it is. So that's that. So then we get video packages of everybody giving a congratulations to Edge on 25 years of being in the business and everything. You heard from Fruity Pebbles to Sheamus to Natalya to The Miz to Charlotte Flair to Sami Zayn. They all gave him congratulations. Cool. Great. Then we got to come back for commercial. We got Edge Younger Sec, and he was on I don't forget who was that I forgot. He was on one of them shows. He was on one of them, but he was talking, asking Bret Hart how does it is to get into the business and everything, and so he kind of gave him, you know, some tips on what to do. Then we got Damage Control, everybody giving him a shout out. So then they come out here. We got Bianca and Charlotte versus Damage Control. And I'm sitting up here watching this. I say, so we're trying to do the can they coexist again? Well, Bianca and Charlotte won. Now here's the deal. I got to give them props. They protected EO. EO didn't get pinned. Now, you know in the E, if you're a champion, you get pinned in non-title matches. That's their MO. That's all they know how to do. That's like, it's a rarity. Like, that's all they know how to do. But Bayley got pinned, cool. I ain't have a problem with that. So then we get the rest of the cats giving Edge a shout out. Cody gave him a shout out. Kevin Owens, Becky, Rey Mysterio, and Kurt Angle. They all gave him a shout out. So then we get the Street Profits coming out there. So backstage, you see Bianca and then Damage Control come out of nowhere, and they pretty much injure Bianca. So Bianca's being written off TV. So we won't see Bianca for a long time. we get the Good Brothers versus the Street Profits. Street Profits win. A lot of y'all still want me to get on board. I'm not on board with this because it feels like this is Hurt Business 2.0, and it's really not going anywhere. I mean, what does it mean? Bobby Lashley comes out after they win the match. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm not on board. I can't get on board right now because they really have no direction. I know fools like they want me to be like, oh man, they doing the brothers good. No, they're not. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean absolutely nothing. It's just a waste of time. So, like I said, matchup was good. I do like they finish. The finish that they got, I like it. It's a pretty cool finish. So then backstage, Paul Heyman sitting up there looking disgusted as if he lost his best friend. And Kayla Braxton comes up and she asks what's going on with the dissension of the Bloodline saga. And he pretty much cracks on her, say, you want me to be all up in your business? You want me to talk about your family, about your mama, about your daddy, about your cousins? You know, we'll get to know more about Jimmy next week and all this stuff, you know. So then we get to the main event, Edge versus Sheamus. So like I said, Edge versus Sheamus carried the whole show. Beth Phoenix and his kids were sitting front row, perfect. Like I said, adds to the matchup. Edge and Sheamus did work. Excellent match. Edge actually gets the victory in his home crowd. You know when I say when cats go home in the E, this I always say you finna lose the match. But they said, no, we're going to let Edge win his final match on his way out. So after that, Edge is up, stands up, gets a standing ovation. Fans are going nuts. And likely this is the end of Edge in WWE because apparently his contract has expired. So does he pull up to AEW? We'll find out. But that's SmackDown for you, ladies and gentlemen. Like nothing too much. Like I said, Edge and Sheamus pretty much carried the whole show. So all right. Now I'm about to get on Tony Khan and them. We got to talk about it. Let me go ahead and get the Rampage card. Let me show you everything went down on Rampage. Give me 1 second. Loading up. All right. This was your main event. Obviously, you see two of the women that's going to be at the pay-per-view is going against each other in this matchup. So let's go ahead and talk about it. We get right into the action, which I can't stand. We got Ray Phoenix going against Commander for what? You see what I'm saying? This all TK know how to do. He just know how to just book matches. He don't know how to actually give a reason as to why cats are wrestling each other. He just put, hey, we need you to go out there and wrestle. Now, here's the deal. Fans loved it. It was a good matchup, but it led to nothing. It leads to absolutely nothing. Now, after Ray beats Commander, then they showed Claudio and Moxie sitting out there watching backstage. I'm like, if they would have told us why these fools was wrestling each other, then I would like, okay, I'm watching this. I'm going to pay more attention to it. But no, I told you, Tony Khan, all he know how to do is just put matches together. That's it. He's not a booker. He don't know what the heck he's doing. He's just wasting his time. So then we get a backstage promo. Britt Baker talk about why she the stuff, and she going to win that championship in London. She is the DMD. No, we don't need her. We don't need to be going backwards. Britt Baker should not be walking out of Wembley with that championship. It's only one woman that needs to win. It's the girl who's the champion right now. That's Hikaru Shida. That's it. I don't care what nobody else got to say. Then we get this trash segment. We got Johnny TV congratulating QT Marshall on winning the championship gold in Mexico, and he was sounding extremely goofy, just dumb. So then we got Aussie Open going against All Ego Page and Isaiah Cassidy. You already know who's going to win. Austin Open, they get the victory. They do work. Then they get on the mic and they confront MJF and Adam Cole. And they say they're going to walk into Wembley with their titles. They're going to walk out with their titles. They said MJF and Adam Cole are both terrible people. That's that. So then we get the Hardys. No, we got two promos. We got the Righteous and Stu Grayson talk about they on their way to AEW. Now, obviously, they on Ring of Honor TV. I guess they finna get called up to the main roster. All right, fine. I ain't got a problem with that. Then the Hardys say, we want the Aussie Open on Dynamite next week. Now, obviously, you know Matt and Jeff ain't winning no gold no time soon. So, obviously, this is just for Aussie Open to get another victory before they go into AllIN. Fine. Then we get Sammy versus some cat named John Cruz. This is a pretty solid matchup. Sammy Guevara went out there, did work. Obviously, he has no matchup going in AllIN, but I'm assuming he's going to be in Chris Jericho's corner. Cool. Then we get a promo from Nyla Rose, who ain't been doing nothing. Now, here's the deal. Nyla Rose actually cut a pretty solid promo. If they was actually using Nyla Rose and put her in a more important situation, that promo actually would have meant something, because what she said was right on. I thought it was a great promo, but what did it mean? It didn't mean nothing. So then Excalibur runs down the lineup for Collision. You already know how that goes. Mark Henry says it's time for the main event. We get Hikaru Shida, Sky Blue, Tony Storm, and Ruby Soho tag team match. Hikaru Shida and Sky Blue actually win. And then Britt Baker and them came out there because they was Ruby Soraya was basically jumping them. She came out there, so then all the security folk had to try to hold them off because you know the script. That's the matchup going into AllIN. Akira versus Tony versus Soraya versus Britt. I get it. You're trying to make some story. You're trying to get people excited for the matchup. Cool. Now, let me go ahead and go in on TK right quick. So, they ran down the Dynamite card. The Dynamite card pretty much is the AllIN pay-per-view card. We're getting the pay-per-view before the pay-per-view. What kind of sense does that make? Come on, TK, man. What are you doing, bro? You don't need... people going to be like, wait a minute. Wait, these fools finna fight each other in London. Why are they fighting each other on Dynamite? Why the heck should I spend $50 to watch the stuff when you putting it on free TV? I mean, just make it make sense. That's all we ask. Just make it make sense. But you know TK, you know he don't know how to make sense. He don't know what the clown he doing. I'm like, bro, come on now, man. Come on, man. We been down this road way too long. This is year 4. You still acting the fool? No. We got to cut the foolishness out. But anyway, I ain't got really nothing else to say. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Hit that comment section up. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all cats for Collision. I'll let your boy.